Hello, welcome back to my shop. In this video I am making a kingpin puller for 1946 Austin 10. Well, here I have a piece of threaded rod. It is M12. What I'm going to do, I'm going to shorten it a little bit, and on one end I'm going to machine it down to 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to cut a BSW 3/8 fine thread, which is a thread that is inside a kingpin of that Austin 10. Also, I have a piece of pipe here. I'm gonna shorten it, and don't know what it was before, but it's got this sort of like a plug with a hole in it. So I'm gonna open the hole to 12 and a half millimeters. That will save me a bit of work, so I don't have to make a plug. And also on the other end of the threaded rod, I will probably make like a square or flats to be able to put a spanner on it. So let's go over to my lathe, and we'll start machining and cutting some threads. Well, first I'm going to do I'm going to face this end of the tube, and then I'm going to open the hole up to 12 and a half millimeters. Always take a light cut, make sure it's nice and straight, and take the edges up with the file. That should be alright. Another thing is the hole. I'm going to open it to 12 and a half millimeters to have a bit of a play. I don't want to have the threaded rod in too tight, so it don't get seized or stuck or anything. Take the edges off. Okay, that feels fine. Next thing I'm going to do is threaded rod. I'm going to machine the diameter down to, according to my notes, it is 9.53 millimeters. So I'll go to 9.5, and then I'll cut the thread The thread is 3/8 of an inch and it is British standard fine, so it's I think it's 20 threads per inch. I'll machine it down to 9.5, about 20 millimeters long. That should be plenty for the thread to thread into that kingpin, and should be strong enough to pull it out afterwards. Millimeter to go. That's 21, that's fine. And we've got another few tenths of a millimeter to go. So I'll just go roughly 2 tenths and then I'll measure it again. Okay, that's 9.5 and a bit, so that should be okay. Next thing is I'm going to set the machine for 20 threads per inch, and I'll start cutting the thread. Well, okay, I've set the machine for 20 threads per inch. Well, I've got the diameter, that is 9.5 millimeters. For this size of a thread, I've got 250 RPM, and I'll give it a drop of oil. My thread cutting tool has got 55-degree angle, which is the right angle for widthward threads. And let's just give it a go. Also, it is right hand thread, so I've set the machine for right hand thread. I'll set to 0. The small diameter of 3/8 of an inch fine thread is 7.9 of a millimeter, so I'll be going on about 1.5 millimeters in depth. So it's not a very deep thread. Cutting a thread on a lathe is pretty easy. You just go back and forth until you have the right depth, and you just have to make sure that you have the machine set correct, you have the correct pitch, and then you machine the correct diameter.
can take cuts of about anywhere between 0.5 and 0.2 of a millimeter. Towards the end of the thread cutting, you just go maybe 0.1 of a millimeter, so you just gotta kind of clean it up, and you have to make sure that it's the right depth. It's not gonna be too tight or too loose when you install it. And I'll go another 0.2 of a millimeter. Since I don't have anything to check the thread, say like a knot or anything that does have a 3/8 fine thread in it, I just have to rely on the dimensions from my notes and hope that it is going to fit. Otherwise, I will have to take it back and machine it a little deeper. Last couple of cuts you can probably do maybe 0.1 of a millimeter or so, and the very last one you just go over the thread one more time with not cutting anything off, just to clean the thread, make sure it's nice and clean and nice and sharp. Okay, this is my last cut. As you could see, the last cut I didn't really cut anything. I'm just gonna get a file and I'm just gonna take the sharp edges off. You can go over with a wire brush and get everything. That's the cleanest wire brush with some bits stuck in it, so I'll just get another one. that is British Standard Whitworth 3/8 of an inch fine thread, and I hope it's going to fit. It should, according to my notes, the dimensions should be right, so should have no reason not to fit in the kingpin, and hopefully I can pull it out. See how it goes. Last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a couple of flats on this end. You can see I've machined it down to I think it's 10 millimeters. So I'm just going to file it down to. I've got a 6 millimeter little spanner. That should be enough to nip the threaded rod and tighten the thread in when I screw it inside the kingpin, and then I'll just use this other end and the nut to hopefully pull it out. So let's just do the flats. I'll just check it in my vise. And I'll just go like a couple of little flats to be able to put a spanner on it. You don't have to be precise. You don't have to use the milling machine. It's only it's only for being able to tighten the threaded rod inside the kingpin a little bit. We'll do the other side. I just have to make sure that the flats are parallel, so then I can put a little spanner on it. Okay, I think I've got to go a little more. Okay, just a little spanner. I think I might need to go a little bit more.
that's pretty close. It's a little bit tight here at the end, so maybe a little more, or maybe do the other side a little bit. And another check. Yeah, that's fine. That's pretty good. That's okay. I'll leave it as it is. Okay, well, I've got all the machining done, and well, the way it works is that you basically screw this end into that kingpin. Then you obviously you got to use the little spanner to nick it up, and then you put tube over it, then put the knot on, and you put a little spanner to hold it. It's not so the threaded rod is not turning, and then you just start turning the knot, and you're basically pulling the pin out of the hole. So that's how it works. Pretty simple. Well, the pillow is finished and it's ready to be used. I hope it works and I hope it fits. Thank you for watching. Write comments if you want, and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.